An update overnight. Federal prosecutors reached plea deals with the two men sentenced in the death of Ahmaud Arbery. Travis McMichael and his father Gregory each received a life prison sentence earlier this month for the murder. The two also faced federal hate crime charges. That trial had been scheduled for 1 week from today. Details of the agreement were not specified in the filing, but an attorney for Arbery's mother says the family is devastated and they vow to oppose it.
This morning, 1 month ago, we watched as the Morpheu fire raced through Louisville and Superior. It took less than a day to burn into the history books. Colorado's most destructive fire on record. 1,084 homes gone, 2 people dead. Right now, crews from the county continue to clean up the burn area and likely will for a while. They're pulling burned cars off the road so they can access every property. Starting today, they'll pick up damaged items from people's curbs. Clearing ash from properties will come later in the process. The county is still picking out a contractor to do that work. Wednesday is the deadline for those affected by the Morpheu fire to apply for disaster unemployment assistance. FEMA provides benefits to people who are unemployed because of a major disaster, and by law, the deadline for applying for those benefits is 30 days after a presidential disaster declaration.
This morning, 4 people are dead and 4 others injured after 5 separate shootings across Denver and Aurora over the weekend. Police say it started about 8 o'clock on Saturday night across the street from the Ogden Theater on Colfax. 2 people were killed. A couple of hours later, 1 man died and 2 others were hurt at a shooting on Danube Street. That's near the Green Valley Ranch neighborhood. Then in Aurora, a 17-year-old girl was injured in a shooting around 1 a.m. at a party. A woman at the home where it happened told us that they were having the party and the shot grazed her friend's ribcage. She is expected to be okay. Just before 5 a.m. on Sunday morning, Aurora police say somebody shot and killed a man at a different house party. Just before 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon, Aurora police say a man was shot in the foot. So far, no arrests or suspect information on any of those shootings. If you have anything that could help, you should call Crime Stoppers. Tomorrow, a new judge in the Barrie Morpheu case is set to rule on whether or not to move the murder case out of Chaffee County. Morpheu, as you might know, is charged with killing his wife, Suzanne.
And no one has seen her since Mother's Day 2020. Her body hasn't been found. His defense team is pushing to move the trial somewhere else. And right now, Barrie Morpheu is still out on bond, awaiting the start of his murder trial in May. For the first time, we're seeing the evidence used to arrest Barrie Morpheu and how authorities charged him for his wife's murder. The documents released by the Chaffee County Court included, among other things, the text messages from Suzanne, pictures of Barrie at a hotel, and the tranquilizer that prosecutors allege was used just before Suzanne's murder. 9 News legal expert Scott Robinson says the release could impact potential jurors for the trial coming up in May. While he says this does not help the defense's case, he still believes the evidence is well balanced.
After all, the prosecution has no murder weapon. They have no mode or method of murder. They have no body.
On the other hand, there's a lot of evidence of suspicious conduct, circumstances, and bits and pieces of physical evidence. We also asked Scott about the judge's upcoming decision to move the trial. He thinks moving it might make finding a jury a little easier, but this case has gotten a lot of attention all over.
Right now, the city of Boulder is paying nearly $100,000 to settle a lawsuit filed against an officer last year. Waylon Lolotai is accused of unlawfully arresting a man. The victim's attorney says he looked into it and found the officer was using force about once a week. The city isn't admitting to any wrongdoing, but it did agree to share use of force data with the victim's attorney. He won't get that data until February. The lawsuit has been dismissed since the settlement agreement, but there's still another one against Lolotai. A homeless woman is suing him for excessive force. Lolotai left the department in September of 2020 during an investigation into posts that he made on social media. Boulder police say the violations would have only required additional training if he stayed. Deputies believe they have found the body of a man reported missing last Tuesday. The Pickens County Sheriff's Office says it began with a call for a welfare check on Hunter Hyde. Saturday afternoon, a deputy found a body that is believed to be Hyde's on a, quote, seldom accessed side trail. The coroner's office will confirm the man's identity and determine how he died. Les Shapiro, a pillar of the Colorado sports broadcasting community for more than 3 decades, has died after a battle with lung cancer. Shapiro was best known for being an anchor and sports reporter at CBS 4 Denver for 15 years. His family posted on Facebook saying he passed away at home surrounded by family. Les is survived by his wife Paula and 2 children. He was 65 years old.